they can come to you, then go and play them games away. Ay, yeah, in December, that's when ain't nobody say. Ay, think I'm just talking, I just got off live with Clay. Ay, yeah, I go crazy on that highlight, they rewind me, they come and find me, and then invite me to wine. See, I came for MVP to have a whole.
Are you ready?
Don't play in these places like IMG. Ay, yeah. Generation X, ay, I've been
Orlando Jags says one of his favorite players is Sean Taylor, wearing that number 21. And I got to tell you, plays a lot like that legend. Sean Taylor, one of the best to ever do it. This is their Wildcat offense. Not a lot of yards there. He'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Number 3 on the carry for the Dragons. Brings up 3rd and 7 for DEA. Twins to the bottom of your screen. And hard count. And a neutral zone infraction by West Orlando Jags. Anxious to get to the ball carrier. Calls for a hard snap. Gets him to drop. Mark him up 5 yards. Ball be spotted at the 39-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 2. Direct snap, number 2 on the carry, breaks right through the line of scrimmage. And an easy 7 yards for the Dragons. .23 in the backfield, along with number 2. Sends a player in motion. Direct snap once again. Stiffs arm. Tries to bull his way close to around the 48, 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7. 6 minutes and 58 seconds in the first quarter of play. Score 0-0. Opening drive for DEA. And movement on the line once again. Let's see what they determine here. Saw movement both ways, and it looks like they'll be walking the DA Dragons back 5 yards. False start. Quarterback in shotgun. Power set formation. Overload to the right. Player shifts to the left. Calls for the ball. Handoff to the right-hand side. Cuts back to the left. And this is DA's style of football. Running right at the interior of this West Orlando Jags defense. Very important 3rd down right here as we are approaching the midfield mark for this DEA offense. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. They've had it the entire first quarter so far. Half the quarter almost expiring. And it's just been a grind out type of offense from the Dragons. Brings up 3rd and 8. Power right. 2 up backs. Wildcat once again. You know he's going to run the ball. Cuts back to an open lane. And an open field tackle by number 23. And timeout on the field. 4 minutes and 10 seconds in this first quarter. Brings up 4th and around 6 or 7 yards. So trips to the bottom of your screen. Still in a wildcat in the backfield. Let's see if there's some trickeration. Number 2 in motion. And he'll get ready to pull the ball back, calls his own number, makes a player miss, gets out close to the sticks, and that should be a first. As he was able to call his own number, gets right to the sticks, and that's enough for a first down. Big conversion on on fourth down for Dragon Elite Academy. Too much power, straight power. And they'll eat up a whole quarter on the drive. Backs him up 10 yards, holding, 1st and 20 at the 45-yard line. Sends a play in motion, calls his own number, tries to run off tackle, cuts up to the middle, gets across to the 45-yard line, and that might get him close to the original line of scrimmage after that holding peeling, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for DEA. Handoff number 23, has a lane there, on his feet. Now it's going to be a foot race, ladies and gentlemen. He's to the 15, to the 10. DEA Dragons score with 1 minute and 56 seconds in the first quarter, ate up the entire first quarter, and cashes in with a touchdown. And you see how impressive that run game is for Dragon Elite. Did not put the ball in the air at all. A methodical drive capped off by a dazzling run by number 23. You take a look at it here. Straight power football, follows his lead block, gets into the second level, nobody's there, and it's a foot race. And it just shows you the power and speed that this team has. So point after attempt. We are on the NCAA rules, meaning pass or a run is a 2-point conversion. Score 6-0, 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Quarterback in shotgun, he'll roll to his left, throws to his left, and a nice catch by number 4 as he stretches out, spins the ball with a celebration at the pylon. So your score is 8-0, DEA over West Orlando Jags, with 1 minute and 55 seconds in the first. You see him stretch out for that, making the conversion good. So when we return, we have more action here. West Orlando Jags, Dragon Elite Academy, 12U championships right here on Generation X, powered by So unsportsmanlike on the kickoff. And you see here down the kickoff, he was looking for the ball, watching the rush, looking for the ball, loses his footing. And he would actually have it down around the 3-yard line, but had a couple of DE players want to just kind of just tell him in his ear that he didn't really want the ball, but not in such choice words. So that'll be a 15-yarder, unsportsmanlike. The ball will be spotted around the 19-yard line, and that is where West Orlando Jags will set up their offense with 1 minute and 48 seconds in the first quarter. Quarterback's in shotgun. Man on man to the bottom of the field. Cover 2 for DEA. They'll throw to the flats behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll get swallowed up by number 15. Big hit. Loss of yards on that play. Wow. Dragging a lead all over that. And that'll be about a loss of 5, bringing up 2nd and 5. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Trips to the top of your screen. Single receiver to the bottom. Quarterbacks in shotgun for West Orlando. Handoff to the left-hand side. And he's met at the line of scrimmage with authority as DEA just playing inspirational football on both sides of the ball right now. West Orlando just doesn't seem to be matching their energy early in this game. Timeout on the field as West Orlando wants to talk about it being in 3rd and long with their backs against their own end zone. 16 seconds in the first. When we come back, more DEA Jaguars here on Generation X. Quarterback back to pass. Rushes on. He'll try to get out of the pocket. He falls down. Stumbles on his own feet. And he'll go all the way back to the 4-yard line. Things going backwards early for this Jaguars offense. And that will do it for the first quarter of action. As the Jaguars are looking to an uphill battle right now. It'll be 4th and long. And we'll get ready to start the second quarter when we return right here on Generation X, powered by AG Sports.
You ain't never in the city, how the you at the I be hollering freelance sunny till I'm screaming that shit backwards. How you sliding, ain't nobody dying, that's a cap rapper. These lollipop, and I better yet, them boys the rapper. If I call it, it's disaster. Nobody matters. Can't catch my drift, I be swerving right there past it. You sent them boys to crash, oh that's your ass, go get the powder. I rock to make them ends meet, Lanine ain't tryna battle. I pick you.
I wanna talk about them Texas and Florida boys, come check us out. Yeah, check us out, yeah.
Kick is in the end zone, and it's straight up. He shanks it. Ball is going to take a bounce to maybe the 14-yard line. West Orlando just kind of shooting themselves in the foot. It's not too many times you have an opportunity. And we understand that DEA is the #1 team in the nation, but you don't need to help them. Make them earn it. You can't give this team the football at the 15-yard line and kind of keep putting the pressure on your defense if you want to compete with this DEA team. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, top of the second quarter. Ball spotted at the 15, 1st and 10, Dragon Elite. Quarterback calls his own number, has some block, gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. And it spells trouble for this West Orlando Jags as they have not been able to respond or come up with an answer to stop positive yards against this DEA offense. Wildcat once again runs to the left-hand side, and it's easy work for DEA right now. 2 carries, touchdown, top of the second quarter, and it's going to be 14-0 before the point after attempt. West Orlando has to kind of regroup the circle the wagons right now because they're reeling. They're reeling. They haven't been able to get positive plays. Quarterback falling down and tripping over himself, and also the punt return guy doing the same thing. And then on special teams, punting it straight up in the air against the #1 team in the nation, giving them the ball at 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line is a recipe for disaster. This time the pop pass right across the middle. It's good. And even when things go bad for DEA, with the ball being tapped at the line of scrimmage, and you can watch that here, we think it was going to be no good. It got tapped by 3 or 4 different people, but there's a guy laying at the bottom of the pile, and why not? That's how they drew it up. Let it land right in the stomach of your offensive lineman, and let your extra point be good. Score 16-0. Watch it here. Pop pass. As it looked like they wanted to run the Wildcat, throws it, incomplete, lands on the ground. Conversion good. So sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but in this case, it's both for DEA. They have a commanding lead right now in the second quarter, 16-0 over the West Orlando Jags. Kick is up, takes a bounce, fielded at around the 22-yard line, gets across the 30, gets to around the 35-yard, and he'll be hit out of bounds, late hit. Not a smart play by number 0. And that is going to put on another 15 yards at the end of that run. So that's been the most positive thing for this West Orlando Jags right now, receiving a 15-yard penalty. That's going to be one of their larger gains. Nine minutes and 6 seconds in the second quarter. And if you're the coach of the West Orlando Jags, you got to say, hey, let's take a deep breath. Let's execute and get back into this game. Quarterback calls for the ball, handoff to the right-hand side, hitting the backfield, but he'll bounce off one tackle. And there's going to be flags at the play. And that's going to be marked at the 35-yard line. Let's see what the call is. And it might be a face mask. Let's see the actual call. So they'll add another 15-yarders, and that's been the most positive plays for this West Orlando Jaguars offense right now. 2 15-yarders, one for a late hit to start this drive, and tack on another 15 right now for a face mask. Ball be spotted at the 30-yard line. 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Deepest penetration that the Jaguars have had thus far in this game. Handoff once again to the right-hand side. Has some room, has some block, and he trips right before he gets to the first down mark. And looked like he had some room there, but the turf monster got him. Had his block set up. Wide receiver had a nice seal block on the defensive back. And seems like he could have got some more yards if he would have turned that corner. Trips right before the first, bringing up second and short, 1 yard for the first. Quarterback, tailback in the back, trips to the bottom of the screen. Hand off to number 7 once again, and this time he's cutting the backfield. So a loss of 2. That'll make it 3rd and 3. Trying to see if they can have success running it back-to-back on the right-hand side of their offensive line. And that time, no success at all, as they'll lose 2 yards. 7 minutes and 37 seconds in the second quarter. DA showing a corner blitz, comes up. They run right past that. He'll push to the sticks. Depends on the spot. May have a first down inside of the 20-yard line. And forward progress gets him all the way close to around the 16-yard line. So that definitely will be a first. As the Jaguars move the chains here, a little bit of light for them at the end of this tunnel. Pina colada. It's too sweet. First and 10. Trips formation once again to the bottom of the screen. One receiver to the top, quarterback and shotgun. They get an audible from the sideline. Player motion. And that's going to be a false start. You saw the defense, the right tackle, he jumped a little early, and that'll back him up 5 yards. So that's going to make it 1st and 15. They can get another first, but that first would have to be achieved at the 8-yard line. Ball spotted at the 21. Four wide receiver set, double twins, sends a player in motion. And a misdirection to number 7. He has it lane and touchdown West Orlando Jags. They get on the board with 5 minutes and 48 seconds in the second quarter. We have a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. No flags on the play. Brings your score 6-16. So a very important extra point here for this West Orlando Jags offense. And you look at the play here as they were able to set the edge, had some blocks, and he walks in the end zone, number 7 on the tub. Trips to the top of your screen for this extra point attempt. And the ball is up. And West Orlando trying to make some players miss. He's going to look downfield. He'll throw it up to a wide open receiver. He'll run. He has a block, and he makes something out of nothing. Extra point is good. And there's a flag on the play. Oh, no. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. They may have an illegal man downfield. Let's see what the call is. There's a flag on the field. So we'll see what this call is here. As a quarterback, snap goes over his head, and we'll take a look at that play, but we want to see what the call is going to be. But look at this play, as this quarterback had the wherewithal to just keep his eyes downfield, and conversion is good. Take a look at this. Ball over his head. Takes it run. He has hot pursuit right on him. Reverses field, keeps his eyes downfield, squares his shoulder, throws the ball to a wide open receiver, and the extra point is good. West Orlando trying to reel in that 16-8 score, and they do a great job on executing out of a broken play. So your score right now, 16-8 DEA over the Jaguars, but the Jaguars here showing some signs of fight. So after the exciting point after attempt score, giving West Orlando Jags some signs of life here as they respond. They'll squib kick. It'll be caught around the 40-yard line. He'll come back the other way, makes one player miss, still on his feet, trying to accelerate, has some block, and he's tackled with an excellent open field touchdown saving tackle by number 3 as he sacrifices his body, stretches out to get the DEA player on the turf. So the Dragons will set up their offense with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this half of play in the 12 and under Youth National Championships. Quarterback's in shotgun. Hand off to number 3. He's bottled up right behind the line of scrimmage by 0-0. And now you're seeing West Orlando feeling like, hey, we're in this game. Brings up 2nd and 12 for DEA. Five minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half of play. They'll set up in shotgun. Twins to the top of your screen. Single back set, number 23 in the backfield next to the quarterback. And play action here. And he'll roll out, having some pressure, but he'll be pushed out of bounds by number 21 as West Orlando Jags trying to clamp down on this DA offense. And as you can see early in this game, really the strength of this DEA offense is the ground and pound. So West Orlando trying to take advantage of DA trying to spread them out and go to the air. West Orlando substituting some defensive linemen, trying to keep them fresh so they can apply some pressure. 3rd and 12, 4 minutes and 17 seconds in the half. This time, DEA comes out with the Twins to the top of the screen once again. And they'll go back to that other set with the Wildcat, but there's going to be a timeout on the field. When we come back, we'll have this 3rd down attempt for DEA with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the half.
I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling around.
Hey, come see the show. We gonna give them a show. Do you understand?
And I ain't seen the sunshine.
I might turn up on these people, man.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling. All down the Van Antwerp. All down the Van Antwerp.
Set up in the Wildcat once again. And they'll do a reverse to number 3. Has some block. And he turns the corner, still on his feet. And that's going to be a 1st down as they were able to convert with 3 minutes and 59 seconds. He'll step out of bounds, stop the clock. So some creative play calling for this DA offense as they were able to run a reverse to get into the open field. Handoff right up the middle, maybe about a gain of 4. Second and 6 for Dragon Elite. Calls his own number, tackled at the line of scrimmage, and there's going to be a late flag that comes in. And that is going to go against DEA, holding against Dragon Elite, 10-yard penalty. So that's 2nd and around 16. So ball will be spotted around the 44-yard line. 2 minutes and 25 seconds and ticking in the first half of play. Quarterback back to pass. He'll throw it on a 1-on-1-9 route. And it's caught over the outstretched hands of number 23, Touchdown, DEA. And man, oh man, 23 thought he had a play on the ball. Seems like he had a perfect opportunity for an interception. And the receiver was able to concentrate on the ball right before the half expires. And look at this play here, ladies and gentlemen. Goes up top, high arcing ball over the outstretched hands of the defender. Touchdown, DEA. Man, oh man. Scores 22-8. And that was West Orlando just really being successful, bottling up the run on that particular series, and just gave up the big play during the air. And they did it with a quarterback who usually doesn't pass. That's usually their wildcat guy, and they were expecting run, got caught in a man-on-man situation, and they made him pay. Point after attempt, ball is on the ground, and it'd be no good. So you score with 1 minute and 58 seconds in the second quarter. It's 22. Dragon Elite. West Orlando, 8. Kick is to the 30. He'll run east and west trying to find a lane, and that's not what you want to do against this DEA team. A lot of speed on special teams. You'll want to plant your foot north and south and try to get what they give you, but don't go east and west against DEA. They'll clip them up around the 32-yard line. 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the first half. Quarterback back to pass. He has some pressure. Go rolls to the right, and he swallowed up. Big tackle, and he's going to be on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about big number 5 landing on you. I'm telling you what, I'm 270, and I don't want him landing on me, let alone this kid who may be $120, $130 at most. And we'll have an injury timeout right here on Generation X, powered by AG Sports.
Come on, bro. Come on, let's go, bro. Come on, let's go. Where's that time? It is that time to drop the helmet.
They not ready.
We run this shit. Y'all understand?
Yes, go.
Incomplete on the play. Hand up, ball is on the ground, and man, oh man, they just gave DA a touchdown as they bring in the substitute quarterback. And when you come in and you're not fresh in the game, that can happen to you. And DEA smelling a national championship in their near future as they celebrate in the end zone. Point after attempt for DEA. Hand up to the right-hand side. And right now, the energy level is wearing a white jersey with a purple helmet. And they're supercharged up. 30-8 at the half, ladies and gentlemen. It's the #1 ranked team in the nation. You got to see. We've been getting these #1 rankings right as these guys come here and flex in the youth national championships.
Crazy on that highlight, they rewind me. They come and find me and then invite me to wine. See, I came for MVP to have a whole league behind me. Done played in big places like IMG. Hey, you battle tested, you ain't bad at test. Come and play against the best from the generation next. Hey, hopping all on Facebook, not going for that flex. When a tough game get set, we do our best to try to pull up where they at. Hey, yeah, I see. I see.
and all that junk. Let's talk it out. We really number one.
Let's see when you win, three. Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, I should have gave them last year.
Hey, Fruit.
And back to the action, second half of action. West Orlando trailing DA 8-30. And again, East and West, 23 hasn't learned his lesson against his DEA special teams yet. There will be no success in going sideways. He has to plant his foot and get north and south. If you think you're going to beat this team sideline to sideline, you got another thing coming. Again, take what they give you, plant your foot, go north and south. Ball is on the ground for the Jaguars, and they start their 1st and 10. Not on a good foot. They'll lose 5 yards on the play as the quarterback to center exchange, or the center exchange to the quarterback, I should say. Not good. Second and 15 for the Jags. DA showing blitz. And he won't get much yards there at all, as DA is all over the play. Hit at the line of scrimmage. And DA playing smothering defense right now, bringing up 3rd and long for the Jaguars, top of the 3rd quarter. Third and long, quarterback's in shotgun, 5 wide receiver. They empty the backfield. Quarterback back to pass. Pressure comes in, they off the roll. Looking downfield, he calls his own number, and that's Cam number 21. And he gets across a 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. That's going to be about 4th and 5 for the Jaguars. You see some flashes of speed from this talented kid, Cam number 21. We was wondering when they would implement him back into the offense. That's usually their go-to guy. Haven't seen much of him today against this defense of DEA. Of course, it's 4-down territory for Jags the rest of this game as they want to try to get back into it. They'll leave number 21 at the quarterback position once again. Empty out the backfield. 5 wide receivers getting some adjustments. He'll send a player to the other side, which will make it trips to the bottom of your screen. Sends a player in motion. He'll fake it, call his own number, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. And there's going to be a flag that comes in, and that's going to be a 15-yarder against the DA defense. So they'll tackle on 15 yards to the end of that play. So that's waved off. Refs discuss it, said that wasn't his face mask, that's his jersey. So that brings up Turnover on downs had to be DA's ball deep in the territory of the Jaguars. And timeout on the field. So we have a red flag challenge here. They want to challenge and see if that was a face mask. Of course, in the Youth National Championships, 2 red flag challenges available for either team. We'll go to the replay booth. We have referee in the booth up here with us. Hand off.
No, he went across the face mask, but he turned him around by his jersey.
And you hear
let me look again. Let me look again.
I'm giving you guys Gen X Unplugged right now. Refs in the booth.
Let me look again, Billy. Let me look again. Let me look again. Let me look again.
Let him look again. That's what he's telling them.
Let me look again. Let me look again. Oh, he did turn. Yeah, he did turn.
And the refs see it in slow motion. So it will be confirmed. It is that challenge, red flag challenge, will be won by West Orlando Jaguars. It is a fast mag. So they'll tackle those 15 yards, and there you go. Sometimes the refs can't catch these bang-bang plays, but in this case, the instant replay does. Now we're going to look for the ball placement so they can, that is a spot foul. All right, so that's going to be 1st and 10, Jaguars, 3 minutes and 58 seconds in the third quarter. Spot foul. They'll walk off the 15 yards, and they'll throw another 15-yarder as the DA coaches have a little extra conversation with the referees. So number 21 at quarterback for the Jags. Spread offense, empty backfield. Handoff, and a little room up there, and he'll be tackled close to the 30-yard line. And so, trying to get the refs under control, or excuse me, not the refs, but the DE players now have a little extra something to say, upset about that call. And they'll mark them off 15 yards. '21 to take it himself, has some block, and he'll go across the 10-yard line. 2 minutes and 41 seconds in the third quarter. And that might be a false start against the Jags. And that it is, so they'll back him up 5 yards. Ball will be spotted at the 15, 2 minutes and 7 seconds in the third quarter. And nowhere to go. Ball is out. And it's going to be scooped up. And no scoop as they wanted points, but recovered by DEA. Ball would be spotted at the 34-yard line going the other way. So Jags was trying to get something going close to the red zone, and ball stripped. Comes back the other way, DA ball. 1 minute and 19 seconds in the third quarter. First and 10, quarterback and shotgun for DEA. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Quarterback will call his own number. He's crossed the 40-yard line, dragging players with him. He gets to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first and 10. DEA, 36 seconds in the third quarter. Four in motion for DEA. Quarterback calls his number once again. Runs off tackle, has some room. He's off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Breaks a tackle, open field. Only number 23 to beat. And he gets all the way in. Touchdown, DEA. As the quarterback calls his own number and takes it to the house. And DEA is pointed on in the most important game of the season in the national championships as they extend their lead 36-8 in dominant fashion. Sporting the #1 ranking for a reason, and they're showing you why instead of telling you why on the gridiron today at the YNC National Championships. After this point after the attempt, we'll show you that play again as he was able to just wiggle out of 2 tackles and takes it home for the DEA Dragons. Point after attempt. Quarterback's in shotgun. Shift is running back to his left side. Sends a play in motion. Quarterback back to pass. Throw it across the middle and an incomplete on the play. And your score right now, ladies and gentlemen, 36-8. And my, oh my, DEA playing some devastating entertainment action right here. And look at this play here. As the quarterback will call his own number, he'll follow the lead block. Runs off tackle left, cuts back, gives the safety move, wiggles out of that tackle there, and then it's a foot race with number 23, breaks that tackle as well, and he scores for DEA. 8 minutes and 47 seconds left in this fourth quarter action. DEA pouring it on the Jaguars. Big, big time. So DEA getting that much closer to getting those necklaces around their neck, those rings on their finger, the crystal ball back to Texas. .21 with the return, gets out to around the 49-yard line, and that is where this West Orlando offense will set up camp one more time in this 12 and under matchup at YNC. And if this is your first time watching this DA team, they've been doing this all season. This is nothing new for them. They've actually went out and tried to play every 12U in the United States. They've been on the road, games in Texas. And if the 12U felt they have something, they were definitely running to the smoke and never away from it. And they cap off their season here with an excellent performance. All those guys have practiced for day in and day out is manifested on the football field today. Congratulations to West Orlando Jags making it to the game as they had to go through some tough competition themselves. The 12U bracket, arguably one of the best brackets in youth football, period. Pound for pound, age for age. Quarterback back to pass. He loads up, doesn't like what he sees, tries to cut under, and he's slammed to the ground by the kid they call Biggie, and you can see why they call him Biggie. A man amongst boys at this 12 and under team. And if this team sticks together and comes back at 13U, it's definitely a problem for anybody they line up against. Cam at quarterback, he'll throw it out. And he's hit at the 48 and gang tackled by DA. And you got to like how this defense has swarmed all day. A lot of athletes on this DA team. Three minutes and 49 seconds in the third quarter as we get ready for the 13 and under matchup. Lauderhill Lions taking on Falcons United. And big hit delivered by this DA defense. And he'll get all the way out to around I want to say the 43-yard line. And that will do it for the West Orlando's offense as DA will take over on downs. Next game will feature two talented athletes. This kid, Nick Lanier, number 1 for the Lauderhill Lions, is a handful on both sides of the football. And, of course, Hercules, they call him that, number 0 on Falcons United. And a quarterback named Hayes. This is a lot to handle offensively. Should be a great matchup on the 13 and under coming up next. So quarterback throws to the flats. He'll duck and he'll be hitting the backfield. And that is where the ball will be blown dead. 2 minutes and 22 seconds before we crown the 12 and under national champion. And this is where the kids will get that crystal ball and that ultimate bling that only YNC provides. Can't get it anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can't get it anywhere else. If you change the spinning, listen, if you don't want your producer dancing in the video, and you want to come over here and get all the shine yourself, come over to the YNC. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know how it's going down. Where the stars are on the football fields, we letting these babies have their day and show out. And just to let you know, all the winners will be receiving complimentary uniforms for the entire team by battle. 1-on-1, push down, and they're going to call that defensive pass interference. Nice block and a great run back. You want to see something happen nice for these or good for this team, but that's going to come all the way back. He pushed the receiver down. So the game ticks down to 1 minute and 14 seconds. And you got to give DA all the credit, really coming and preparing this team for this national championship game. And give DEA their flowers now, not only winning the national championship, but winning it in dominant fashion. 36-8 is your score, and having a dominant season all year. And their head coach just got the Gatorade bath, and he's giving you the dance out there, and he deserves it. Wire-to-wire national rankings, he will remain the #1 team in the nation after proving on the football field. Thank you for tuning in. to Generation Next, U Sports Network, powered by AG Sports. I'm Jonah Willard. Keep it locked. 13 and under action coming up here. Keep it always tuned in to YNC.